So my name's Michael Donohue. I originally grew up in a small country town. Moved down to Melbourne a couple of years ago. And now I'm actually in the alcohol and drug education field where I work with schools, sports clubs, rehab clinics all across Australia and branch out to New Zealand. So I was diagnosed with depression about the age of 20, 21 and it took me a long time to speak up about it. I was going through that whole cliche roller coaster ride, and I got to the stage where I decided I needed to go see the GP about it, and my parents were a massive support through that whole journey. Depression's always been a part of my family, but I think there was just different little triggers where it might have been a family circumstance or job that might have played a factor in it. It just got to the stage where it was just building up, and I thought I really need to do something about it now before it gets too bad. Around the time I was probably finishing up school, getting into the workforce where I was a big change of lifestyle, and I suppose I found ways, like a young bloke, you're probably out drinking most weekends with all your friends. There was one night where I just thought I've had enough. And this is where I tell everyone how powerful the mind actually is, because in that split second I had the tree lined up at around 200 to 210 kilometres an hour, and it got to the stage where I thought, what am I doing? Like, this pain is only going to be passed on to somebody else. I might be feeling terrible right now, but if I do this, it's going to pass the pain on to my mum, my dad, my brother, my friends. Living in a small community town like Benalla, everybody would be affected by it. And within that split second, I talked myself out of it. And that's the beauty of being here today. I get to tell my story. I've always said the hardest thing for me to find help or seek help was actually talking about it. As hard as it was to talk, once I opened up and went and saw someone about it, whether it was my mum and dad, brother, friends, doctor, it was like 100 kilos had been lifted off my shoulders. Some of the things that worked for me getting through my battles was a lot of exercise. So I used to be 130 kilos, used to drink 4 or 5 nights a week, and a lot of people didn't know that. I hid that from a lot of people, and that was the only way that I coped with it. So to change my diet around, eat a lot healthier, cut out the alcohol, just exercise at the gym, go for a walk, just find time for myself. That was the thing that really helped me the most. There was other things as well, just even if it was just sitting outside for 10 minutes, just with no one around, just enjoying my own company and just finding ways to, I suppose, stay on top of it. The hardest thing is to actually talk and seek help to start, but once you start speaking to someone that you trust and you've got a lot of respect for, they'll respect you just as much for opening up about your problems.